The scene opens in the futuristic cockpit of a sleek spaceship. Captain Roger stands tall, his confident demeanor and steady gaze immediately drawing the audience in. Behind him, a holographic projection of Earth rotates gently, while the starry expanse outside the ship glimmers with promise. Greetings, explorers of the unknown! I am Captain Rogers, and this is Space Mission Number 1. Today, we venture where no human has gone before, to a world so hostile its inhabitants have survived in isolation for millennia. Humanity has always considered itself the ultimate survivor, forged on Earth, a death world of storms, predators, and disasters. But today, we may discover that we're not alone in that resilience. He gestures to a star map projected before him, his finger tracing a glowing path to a distant crimson planet labeled Draxus 4. Our mission takes us to Draxus 4, a world where the gravity crushes anything unprepared, the air is toxic, and the ground itself is alive with fire. Its inhabitants believe they are the only ones who can endure such a place. What will they think when they meet us, humans from another death world? Explorers, this is more than a mission. This is history in the making. Let's begin. The ship hums as its engines power up, glowing brighter as it accelerates into hyperspace, streaking toward the unknown. The team disembarks, their reinforced environmental suits glinting against the dim, fiery glow of the terrain. The air is thick with heat and ash, their breathing filters hissing softly. As they approach a nearby fissure, faint clicking noises echo from within the ground. Alpha, confirm life signs, Roger says, scanning the area. Confirmed, Captain. Multiple entities detected 300 meters underground. Subterranean structures present. The team descends into the fissure, their lights illuminating sharp, uneven walls. As they move deeper, the clicking noises grow louder and more rhythmic. Suddenly, a towering figure emerges from the shadows, an insectoid creature with a chitinous exoskeleton that glows faintly in the dim light. Its multifaceted eyes reflect the human's lights, and its mandibles click in a deliberate, almost musical pattern. Alpha, translation? Rogers asks, raising a hand in a gesture of peace. Processing. Initial analysis suggests a query. Why are you here? Roger steps forward, his tone steady. We're explorers from a distant world. We come in peace, seeking to learn about you and your people. The creature tilts its head, clicking rapidly. Two more figures emerge, wielding jagged tools that could easily double as weapons. The lead creature steps closer, clicking sharply and staring intently at Rogers. Alpha? It demands proof of your survival ability. It questions whether you can endure their world. Rogers smirks, activating his energy shield with a flick of his wrist. The translucent barrier hums to life, its glow illuminating the cavern. Explorers, looks like we're being tested. Let's give them a show. The lead Deathworlder lunges forward, wielding its weapon with surprising speed and precision. Rogers sidesteps the attack, his shield absorbing the brunt of the blow with a crackling hum. Sparks fly as the two clash, their movements a careful dance of offense and defense. Roger studies the creature's patterns, countering with a calculated shockwave from his shield that forces the Deathworlder back. The creature pauses, emitting a deep, resonant hum before lowering its weapon, a clear gesture of respect. Alpha translates. You are strong, resilient, like us. Follow. The Deathworlders lead the group deeper into the fissure, eventually arriving at a massive underground enclave. The cavern is illuminated by bioluminescent fungi and crystalline formations that refract the light into shimmering rainbows. The walls are etched with intricate carvings depicting the Deathworlders' history of survival. The Deathworlder leader gestures toward the carvings, their clicks slow and deliberate. Alpha translates. We were born of fire and stone. The surface rejected us, so we learned to live below. We believe no one else could endure what we endure. Roger steps forward, his tone thoughtful. Earth wasn't kind to us either. We've faced extinction events, volcanic winters, and predators that could kill with a single strike. But we adapted. We survived, not just through strength, but through cooperation. The Deathworlders hum softly, their body language shifting to one of curiosity and respect. You are like us. Perhaps more. As the humans and Deathworlders spend more time together, the cultural exchange deepens. The Deathworlders demonstrate their survival techniques, from harvesting fungi to crafting tools from crystalline formations. The humans, in turn, share their technology, water filtration systems, medical scanners, and portable energy generators. A young Deathworlder watches intently as a human engineer repairs a broken oxygen filter. The alien clicks curiously, mimicking the engineer's actions with surprising accuracy. Rogers watches from a distance, smiling. Explorers, we're not just learning about them, we're building trust. The camaraderie is interrupted when Alpha issues an urgent warning. Seismic activity is increasing exponentially. The main magma chamber beneath this region is destabilizing. A large-scale eruption is imminent. The Deathworlder leader clicks frantically, its tone filled with panic. Alpha translates. Our home will fall. There is no escape. That's where you're wrong, Rogers says firmly. Explorers, prepare for evacuation. We're getting everyone out of here. The humans and Deathworlders work together to evacuate the enclave. The tunnels tremble violently, and molten rock begins seeping into the lower chambers. Rogers leads the charge, using explosives to clear blocked passages and carving a path toward the surface. At one point, a young Deathworlder becomes trapped under debris. Rogers rushes back, using his suit's enhanced strength to lift the rocks and carry the alien to safety. The leader clicks softly in gratitude. The group reaches a massive chasm filled with molten lava. The only way across is a series of unstable rocks forming a makeshift bridge. Rogers tests the first rock, then turns to the group. Stay close and follow my lead. We're getting out of here together. Midway through, a tremor causes part of the bridge to collapse. Rogers narrowly avoids falling, catching a guide rope and pulling himself to safety. With one final push, the group reaches the surface as the tunnels collapse behind them. The humans help the Deathworlders find a new refuge, a sheltered plateau rich in resources and free from seismic activity. Together, they begin constructing a new settlement, blending human technology with Deathworlder ingenuity. You've shown us that survival isn't enough. The Deathworlder leader clicks. To thrive, we must grow. The leader presents Rogers with a crystalline artifact, its surface etched with the story of their journey. This is our thanks. You are not just visitors. You are family. Rogers accepts the artifact, his voice filled with pride. And we'll carry this bond forward to every star we reach. The ship ascends slowly, its engines humming with steady determination. Below, the glowing settlement of Deathworlders sprawls across the plateau, shimmering like a constellation against the planet's rugged terrain. Roger stands at the panoramic window of the cockpit, his arms crossed, gazing out at the scene with a mix of pride and wonder. The crystalline artifact gifted by the Deathworlder leader rests on the console beside him, its intricate carvings catching the faint light of the stars. Alpha, Roger says, his tone reflective. Record this moment, not just for the mission logs, but for all of us. This isn't just the end of a mission, it's the start of something much bigger. The AI's voice responds, calm and precise. Recording initiated, Captain. Shall I include your reflections? Yeah, Rogers replies, turning to face the artifact. Let's make sure we remember this exactly as it is. Roger speaks slowly, his voice steady yet filled with emotion. Today, we did more than survive. We built a bridge between two worlds, Worlds that, on the surface, seemed destined never to meet. The Deathworlders of Draxus 4 believed they were alone in their struggles, their resilience unmatched. But when they met us, humans, survivors of Earth, they learned a truth that transcends the stars. We're not so different after all. He pauses, running his fingers over the crystalline artifact's surface. This shard represents more than a shared journey. It's a symbol of hope, of what we can achieve when we stand together. The Deathworlders taught us that survival is an art, a constant dance with the forces that shape our worlds. And we showed them that survival becomes strength when it's shared. Together, we prove that resilience doesn't just define us, it unites us. The view of the settlement below shifts as the ship ascends further into orbit. The Deathworlders, now mere specks from the distance, are seen moving purposefully through their new settlement. They are building, not just shelters, but a future. The shimmering crystalline structures they create blend harmoniously with the human technology left behind, forming a hybrid society. Captain, Alpha says, the Deathworlders are adapting remarkably well. Their integration of our resources with their natural tools is progressing faster than expected. Within a year, this settlement could be entirely self-sufficient. Roger smiles faintly, his gaze unwavering. Good. That's the goal, Alpha. Not just survival, but thriving. A home that's truly theirs. Rogers turns to face his crew, who are gathered in the cockpit, sharing quiet smiles and exchanging knowing glances. Their exhaustion is evident, but so is their pride. Rogers gestures toward the artifact. Explorers, this mission wasn't just about discovery, it was about connection. Every decision we made, every risk we took, brought us closer to understanding what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We didn't just help the Deathworlders find a home. We reminded them, and ourselves, that the stars belong to all of us. He steps closer, his voice softening but gaining intensity. The universe is vast, and its challenges are relentless. But today, we prove that even in the harshest conditions, unity is stronger than fear. And that's a lesson worth carrying with us, wherever we go. The camera pans outward, showing the ship as it breaks free of Draxus 4's atmosphere, the violent storms and glowing rivers of lava becoming faint smudges against the planet's surface. Ahead lies the infinite expanse of the galaxy, stars twinkling like distant beacons of possibility. Rogers returns to the console, picking up the crystalline artifact and holding it to the light. Its glow intensifies, refracting the starlight into brilliant, shifting patterns. Alpha, Rogers says, his voice steady, catalog this artifact as the promise of the stars. Let it stand as a reminder, not just for us, but for everyone who comes after, that no matter how different we seem, we are all part of the same cosmic story. Cataloging complete, Alpha responds. Would you like to set coordinates for our next mission, Captain? Rogers glances at the crew, a spark of excitement in his eyes. Yes, Alpha. Chart a course to the next unexplored system. We've got work to do. The ship accelerates into hyperspace, its engines glowing brightly against the darkness. The camera lingers on the shimmering streak of light it leaves behind, a symbol of humanity's unwavering drive to explore and connect. Faintly, in the distance, Draxus 4 shines under its crimson storms, a small but resilient world now forever linked to humanity's story. The final shot focuses on the crystalline artifact resting on the console, its glow pulsating gently like a heartbeat. As the ship vanishes into the void, the screen fades to black, with Captain Rogers' voice echoing one final time. Captain Rogers, signing off from mission number 1. The stars are waiting. Let's meet them together.